Okay, now I am recording. All right, so I was telling you, we're going to start with the first activity for today. All right, remember to please keep your cameras turned on. All right. And for the first activity today, we're going to, do an exercise. It's going to be kind of like a game, right? If you want to call it that way. It's going to be pretty simple. All right. What we're going to do is the following. Because you remember that we have been practicing, how to use the past perfect and, basically past tenses. For this activity, I'm not going to limit you, but, just with the past perfect, you can use simple past, we're going to use different tenses. So what are we going to do? We are going to create a story, all right? We're going to make it up. We're going to see how creative we are, okay? This is how it's gonna work. I am going to start telling you a short part of the story, just mostly giving you the context, right? And then I will select a person. This person is going to continue the story however they prefer, okay? I invite you to be as creative as possible, all right? Give me something inventive, something crazy. But besides that, I will also give you a random word that you have to implement in your story at some point, okay? So, for example, I have a generator here, okay? In this case, the word is chance, right? I will, maybe, let's see, maybe we can try with nouns only. All right, like family, cousin, right? Lake, suggestion, reaction, different words that at some point in your story, you have to implement and see how creative you can get, okay? Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher, it's clear.
Perfect, okay. So here we go. Hey, but please be creative, okay? Give me something interesting. All right, so I'm going to start the story. I'm just gonna give you the context, and then I will select some people to be creative and continue with the story. So this is the story, right, of a little kid. Yes, a little kid. The name of this kid was, give me an idea. The name of this kid was? What?
Tom.
Tom. Okay, so this is the story of a little kid named Tom. One day, Tom was walking alone on the forest, all right? He was walking alone on the forest and he found a rabbit that was eating a salad, okay? He found a rabbit that was eating a salad. Continue, Chrisia. This is your word.
The rabbit was eating lettuce, the high quality, because that lettuce are organic, were organic. And the kid continue exploring the forest.
Okay, continue, Natalia.
When he was walking on the forest, he found a tree. And in the tree, there was a lizard.
A what? A lizard?
Yes.
Okay. And you have to use this word.
Which one? Sorry.
This one?
apple. Sorry. I couldn't see it before. And the lizard was walking around the tree and start eating the apple that was on the tree.
Okay, start or in the past?
Started.
Okay, and the lizard started eating the apple that was on the tree. Okay, give me some interaction between these characters. You're just describing situations. Okay, continue, please. Let me see. Continue, Mario Ignacio.
Okay, so then the kid wanted to sell the apples. He cut down some apples and then he wanted to sell them, but because he was in another country, the currency wasn't the same. Wasn't the same.
Okay,
Yeah, so he
okay,
had to to he had to eat all the apple because he didn't sell any apple.
okay. Edwin, continue.
Thank you. So after that, he realized that he wanted to live with one of his friends, and he went to a party and they started dancing by moving their feet, and he met a new girl, and he was talking with that girl, and they had a relationship when they were talking because they had some things in common. So he had that girlfriend, and he wanted to take his girlfriend to another party.
Okay. And what happened with the apples and the lizard?
He took the apple and he prepared a cake for her because it was her birthday.
Okay, all right. Continue, please, Petronila.
Really?
Yes.
That's so confused. But when they were found his girlfriend, they want to move another republic, and they want to create.
We're talking about the past, remember?
Yeah, they went. Oh yeah, they went to another republic. And they make a. Or I mean, they were in a store. That store they wanted to sell. I mean, sold the apple pie they made.
They wanted to sell.
Okay, they wanted to sell the apple pie they made. They were made. So they invited a rabbit and a lizard they found before, and they create a new family.
Create in past?
Created. A new family.
Okay, all right. In another republic, right?
In another republic, for sure.
Okay, let's see. Diego.
Sorry.
Okay,
Okay, let me try something. To travel and have new vacations in a faraway paradise. In this place, they enjoy the very new, so much new foods, and they invent the uh, invent a new sport called sorry, Maracayas, for example. This game consisted, I think,
System.
consisted in fish about around 5 kind of mariscos. I don't.
Seafood? I mean, I am right now absolutely lost. I don't know where we are right now in this story.
Sorry, lost.
Okay, so they created a new sport. Is that
sorry?
You said they created a new sport, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's
But I
try to
don't know.
give this some kind of sense. Let's see, Wendy, you can continue right now with the story. Your word is, oh, okay, interesting.
And then when they when they thought that they need to do more things and he needed work to get a job in other part of the country, and he thought that he need to be to I don't know to have a army for him, but he thought that it was a great idea have an army of fans for their new sport.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, let's finish the story. Who wants to finish the story? Any volunteer?
Me, teacher.
Uh-huh.
Me, Altagracia.
Okay, go. Your word is airport.
Sorry?
Airport.
Mr. Rabbit knew new friends, and so he thought to invite to his friends Deer and Turtle to travel and they arrived and they had arrived to airport at 7 o'clock and arrived airport was the word, ¿verdad? Read it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Also, he thought to invite to friends eating his delicious cake that he had prepared on his table, and so enjoying the afternoon and passed a good vacation. That's it.
That's it. Okay. Oh my God, you guys. We started with a very, normal story and ended up with something totally nonsense. Okay, very good, but nice. You were using the past tense correctly most of the times, which is the most important thing. However, some people were making mistakes with the verbs. Okay. Remember, guys, when you use, for example, a verb that is followed by an infinitive, like for example, want to go, for example, all right? You are only going to conjugate the main verb of the sentence, which in this case is want. So we say they wanted to go. The to go is not going to be modified because, that's just not the main verb of the sentence, right? So it's not correct to say they wanted to went, for example, or they wanted to ate. No, that's not correct. Another thing is that the EV endings, we have to be very careful with that. I remember I told you once we were going to dedicate a class for that and we didn't, and I'm sorry, but we will, all right? We will make the time for that just to make sure that the EV endings are pronounced correctly because we gotta be careful with that, okay? Good. So good job. Let's give an applause for everybody that participated in the making of this story. So good job, good job, good job. All right, nice. So let's see, we're going to move on with today's class. Just give me a moment. Let me see here. All right, so we're going to start with today's class. This week we are starting unit what?
7.
All right, exactly, unit number 7. Okay, give me a moment.
Teacher, already we saw the lesson D.
Excuse me?
Lesson D, unit 6.
Oh yeah, we actually didn't have time for that. Lesson D in unit 6. But that's mostly the reading. You can do the reading, later. I can actually send it to you, but I would actually prefer to move on to unit 7 now because, it's just the reading part. I'm not saying it's not important, but I would like to move on with the new topics. All right, so I'll send to you the reading for lesson D later, so you can read it at home, okay? By the way, guys, now that we're starting the new unit, I do want to, take advantage of this and remind you from now, from this moment, from the 15th of November, that you must complete your workbooks, okay? So you have a lot of time, all right? So I hope you're listening and we don't have the same situation that we had with just a couple of you last time. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen and I'm going to show you the topic or the title for unit 7. Let me see here. Okay, unit 7. The name of the unit is
Problem solving.
Problem solving.
problem solving. Do you guys consider that you are good? Do you have good problem solving skills?
Yes.
Yes.
So.
So,
Thank
for example, when you have a problem, are you the type of person that, you know, comes up with solutions? Are you creative? Do you think outside of the box? Or are you the type of person that panics and gets anxious, right? Or what are you? Are you a little bit of both? What are you?
Both.
Both? Okay.
In my case, I have learned to stop a moment and think about it, because before I was the kind of person that turn out crazy and worry and stuff as like that.
Mhm.
But now I have learned you have to take your time, but not too much, because some situations needs your you act in the moment, you know. But I think not, for me it's not natural be a person that solving the problems quickly, but you have to learn.
Okay, okay, I see. Yes, absolutely. I think it's important to take a moment, right? Because also if you act like, you know, too, how do you call it? Impulsively, right? Perhaps you're not gonna find the right solution. Okay, all right. Yeah. Are you someone that normally like panics over a problem? Or are you more the type of, you know, let's stay calm and something's gonna come up? Which type are you?
Both. I
Both?
think that I'm, yes. Some occasion, because the situation is that when you panic or you are very excited about a situation, is because your system makes you think faster and act faster. So in a way, you had to seize the situation and try to keep calm, because otherwise you will be a mess. You will not give a solution. So in that situation, I think that I can do both ways, but I choose the way I feel, or the way that I'm going to give a solution to a problem.
Okay, or to how you're going to react, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Now, the good thing and what we're gonna start studying right now is that in some cases, when we have problems, we can go with some experts that can help us, all right? For example, we have some, you know, places or some, yeah, locations where we can go when we have some kind of problems or some needs, right? For example, number 1 is, what is number 1?
A camera store.
Camera store.
A camera store. Number 2,
And optometrist.
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 And
And
Optometrist.
And optometrist.
okay, I feel you guys are sleepy today, I think. All right, need you to wake up. What is an optometrist? Do you know?
yes, is someone that
makes an exam on your eyes to check if yours. No, I don't know. How do you say this?
Your sight.
Your sight
Uh,
always okay.
yeah.
To check if your sight is okay or you need glasses.
Uh-huh, exactly. Good. Thank you, Christia. That's a very good explanation. All right. Then we have number 3 is
A coffee shop.
a coffee shop. Number 4,
A dry cleaner.
Dry cleaner.
dry cleaners. Number 5,
Garage.
Garage.
a garage. Looks more like a like a mechanical workshop, for example, right? And number 6,
A hair
Hair
salon.
salon.
a hair salon. All right. Out of these 6 places, which one would you say that is the one that has literally saved your life from a difficult, situation, a problem that was pretty urgent, right? And that you went to one of these places to get a solution?
A garage.
A garage.
A garage. You go to the mechanic.
An optometrist.
An optometrist, all right, if you wear glasses. Okay. What else?
A coffee
don't-
shop.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I would all the times go to the coffee shop on my university because, sometimes you leave things for the last moment and you need to print a lot of things. And then sometimes in your house, things are not working properly and you have to go there. And normally these places, at least in the universities, are quite expensive in some cases. I don't know about you, but at least where I studied, it was really expensive to get some not copies, but pages printed, which was actually really annoying because we know it's not that expensive. But anyways, okay. So where do you go when you need a haircut? You go to the
A hair salon.
Hair salon.
A hair salon.
okay. When do you go when you need new glasses? You go to the
Optometrist.
An optometrist.
okay. When you need some photocopies,
Coffee
Coffee shop.
Coffee shop.
a copy shop. When there's a big stain on your jacket,
cleaner.
A dry
A dry
cleaners.
cleaner.
Dry cleaners.
okay. When you need a memory card for your camera,
Cameras.
A camera store.
or when your car or motorcycle breaks down.
A garage.
Right. Okay, very good. So, you know what these things have in common is that all of these places have pretty much experts that work there, and that when you go to these places, I have a question. When you go to these places, for example, when you go to the hair salon, do you cut your hair? Do you cut your hair? Or does someone else cut your hair for you?
Yeah, someone else.
Someone else.
Someone else. cut your hair
When you go
for
to the dry cleaners, do you clean and wash your clothes, or does someone else do it for you?
Someone else.
Someone else do it for me.
Exactly, right? So that's exactly what we're going to learn today. But first, before we go with that, we have some experiences, that some people had. So the title of this reading is
Do it yourself.
Do It Yourself. It says, we asked people what jobs they do themselves in order to save money. All right, here's what they said. Let's listen and then we will discuss. Let me know if there are new words. Here we go. Pay attention. I don't know. I'm going to put it over here, I think. Okay, so here we go. Paying attention and listen.
Number 3, page 66, Unit 7.
Problem solving. Lesson A. Getting things done. 1. Getting started. B. Listen. What jobs have the people above done themselves? Were they successful?
Do it yourself. We asked people what jobs they do themselves in order to save money. Here's what they said. Have you ever cut your own hair to save money? Min Suk Kim, Seoul, South Korea.
I have actually, but it looked so bad that I went to the most expensive place in town and had a hairdresser cut it again. I'll never try that again. Now I always get it cut professionally at a good hair salon, though I get a friend to cut my bangs occasionally. That saves me some money.
Do you do your own car repairs? Marcus Aldovar, Bogota, Colombia.
Well, I can do routine things like put oil in the car, but to be honest, I get my brother to fix most things. And if there's something seriously wrong with my car, I have my uncle take a look at it at his garage. I can get it fixed there pretty cheaply. I also have it serviced there once a year.
Do you do your own home decorating? Martin Snow, Calgary, Canada.
My wife and I are having a new house built right now, but we're gonna do all the painting and decorating ourselves. We've done it before. My sister's an interior designer, so we'll have her choose the colors and get her to pick out curtains too. She's got great taste.
Do you ever do your own repairs around the house? Bella Clark, Miami, USA.
Not anymore. Once I tried fixing the dishwasher myself because I didn't want to pay to have someone come and repair it, but I didn't realize I had to turn off the water first. So I fixed the problem, but I flooded the entire apartment. And it cost a fortune to have the water damage repaired.
Okay, there we go, there we go. Perfect. What was the action that the first person did herself to save money?
She cut her hair.
Okay, and was that successful or not?
No.
No.
What did he do himself? Or what does he do? Come on, you got. I'm just gonna move it. I'm not gonna let you read again.
Broken things. But in the common case, once a year, he goes to the garage, the clothing garage. I remember.
Okay, so would you say
do
that
that.
he is successful with what he does himself?
They say that they saw sorry, that he didn't do that. Yeah, I don't know if
You guys, okay, you know what? Because I'm not gonna continue asking because I have the feeling that you guys were not paying that much attention to it. Instead, I'm gonna let you listen one more time, and I do want you to pay attention to it, okay? Because I'm gonna ask you some questions, all right? So listen one more time. Here we go. Pay attention, all right? Follow the reading and listen.
CD number 3, page 66, Unit 7, Problem Solving. Lesson A, Getting Things Done. 1. Getting Started. B. Listen. What jobs have the people above done themselves? Were they successful?
Do it yourself. We asked people what jobs they do themselves in order to save money. Here's what they said. Have you ever cut your own hair to save money? Min Suk Kim, Seoul, South Korea.
I have actually, but it looked so bad that I went to the most expensive place in town and had a hairdresser cut it again. I'll never try that again. Now I always get it cut professionally at a good hair salon, though I get a friend to cut my bangs occasionally. That saves me some money.
Do you do your own car repairs? Marcus Aldovar, Bogota, Colombia.
Well, I can do routine things like put oil in the car, but to be honest, I get my brother to fix most things. And if there's something seriously wrong with my car, I have my uncle take a look at it at his garage. I can get it fixed there pretty cheaply. I also have it serviced there once a year.
Do you do your own home decorating? Martin Snow, Calgary, Canada.
My wife and I are having a new house built right now, but we're gonna do all the painting and decorating ourselves. We've done it before. My sister's an interior designer, so we'll have her choose the colors and get her to pick out curtains too. She's got great taste.
Do you ever do your own repairs around the house? Bella Clark, Miami, USA.
Not anymore. Once I tried fixing the dishwasher myself because I didn't want to pay to have someone come and repair it, but I didn't realize I had to turn off the water first. So I fixed the problem, but I flooded the entire apartment. And it cost a fortune to have the water damage repaired.
Very good. So, now that you listen to it again, what did the second person do and were they successful? Yes or no? Well, actually, the second person was speaking in present tense. So what do they do and are they successful or not?
The second.
Yeah, I
are
think
the
it's
designer,
successful,
right?
but it only he only makes things a little easier, I think, like putting oil in the car. I don't know, but
so
for other
I
things
think
more complex,
Other things. He has his brother, and for things more seriously, his uncle make. Oh, hey, uncle fix the car.
Okay, let's see. What about the other person? The name was Martin and Jill Snow. Him and his wife.
Well,
They have a house. They are building a house, and they are gonna to paint for themselves the house, but they are going to let that her sister choose the colors and the curtains for the house.
Okay.
Because she designer.
All right, very good. And the last person?
She tried to fix in the dishwasher, but she didn't well because she forgot to turn off the water or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And she made a mess.
So,
okay.
yeah.
Now I have a question for you. Have you ever decided to do something yourself because you want to save some money? And if so, were you successful or not? Do you have any experience?
You know, it's about it's about choice.
Okay, what happened to you? What did you do yourself?
I prefer pay to someone to make the common needs that I have.
Okay.
Because if I make by my own, how to say, I only achieve the sorry to destroy to make a disaster. I think.
Okay, yeah. All right. And the rest, have you had any experience like that?
Yes, in my case, I was cutting the hair of my husband because for the pandemic and
Pandemic.
sorry, for the pandemic. But for me, the cut it was okay, but my husband told me didn't like the cut, but I think it was okay actually. I bought the kit for the whole the machine with the whole stuff to cut hair. But in this year, he start going.
Started.
It's okay. It started going to the barberia, like
Barber shop.
barber shop. It started going to the barber shop because he told me that didn't like how I couldn't.
How you cut it. All right.
I mean, but it was, I think it was necessary because the pandemic and I didn't want to. He went to the barber shop because
Okay.
I think
it was yeah, because of the pandemic, it was, you know, it was risky. You know, I remember once my mom, when we were like super young, I don't remember, it was like probably like 7 or something like that. Well, she, out of the blue, decided she wanted to try for the very first time in her life to cut our hair, right? And look, I can tell it was a mess. I remember, I mean, I was very young, but I do remember like seeing myself with my hair, like, you know, all messy, like, you know, uneven, not even looking decent, right? So yeah, my brother and I had to go to the hair salon and, you know, get it fixed. So yeah, that's something that I don't recommend unless you really are good with that, right? And yeah, so I do agree with what Diego was saying. Whenever I can, you know, pay an expert to do something, 100%, I definitely do that, right? Something that I do myself, and I think I would say I'm pretty good at, is actually just trimming and cutting and fixing my own beard. I never go to the barbershop. I used to before, but I mean, once I was like, well, I can save a couple of dollars, especially because my beard grows really fast. So I had to go, because you can tell I don't like it very, what's the word? Like, I don't like it too dark, if you want to say it that way. So I constantly am trimming and, you know, keeping it the way I like it. So I would have to spend like what, $2-3 if I wanted to go to a barber shop, right? Even more if you go to one of those fancy, expensive ones that are in the malls, right? So what I did is I decided to buy my own tiny little, you know, machine. And, you know, I don't think it's that difficult. I do it to some of my friends as well. I've done it a couple times, and I think I'm good at that. You know, I'm not that bad. So yeah, that's something that I do. But that, other than that, I think that whenever I can go with an expert, I'll go with an expert. I don't even, you know, my car, I don't even think about trying to fix my own car. Like, you know, if something is wrong with the car, unless it's the tires, because I do know how to change tires, but if something is wrong with the car, yeah, I don't even have an idea. Like I don't even pretend to know what it is. Because
Teacher, yeah, I
I don't know.
understand. Teacher, I want to share you some experience for me in the pandemic.
Okay.
Well, I was very, very upset because for the tortillas, I didn't have tortillas or bread and everything. I was very hungry, and I decided, I said, well, I have good hands, I have some knowledge. Oh, let me see, I will Google it and I will do it. I know that I can do it. So I did everything. I put the flour and the water and everything. I mix all the ingredients and I started to make my tortillas. And you know what happened at the end? It was a total mess because all my hands was sticking with the floor and everything. It was totally, I need to wash my hands, and at the end I throw all the things to the garbage can. So I couldn't.
And the problem is, I think during the pandemic, everybody had so much free time. We all went crazy. We all went a little too creative. And you just reminded me right now with that story that during the pandemic, also my mom and I, we actually made pupusas, and they were surprisingly good. They were actually not bad. So we were like, you know, surprised in a positive way. And then we also tried making a budin. It was not good, but it wasn't that bad. It was like, you know, like I'm not gonna sell it, right? But it was okay. It wasn't bad. It was a nice, you know, way to distract ourselves. So yeah, I think during the pandemic, many people did crazy things themselves.
Yes, I know, but not what I want to say.
Okay. Well,
In my
so
case,
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
in my case, when I was 13, I cut my hair myself, and but one week after, I cut again, and 2 days. After 2 days, again, until my hair was so short, until but I said never. What do you say, Volveré?
I will never
I will never
do it.
do it again.
You will never do it again. All right. So you cut it like every 2 days?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
My hair was long until hip, and I cut a little. One week, a little.
A little more.
2 days, a little. 2 days, a little. Until my hair was short, so short on shoulder. Short is
like yeah, your shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Yeah,
I think so.
stop.
Yeah, I think during the pandemic, many people actually, you know, did those kind of things. They cut their hair themselves, right? That's another thing. That's another thing that I don't like. You know, I don't mess with my hair. I don't like, you know, I think that if you mess your hair, the only option is cutting it. And I don't like having like super cut hair. I think you've noticed. So I don't mess with my hair. I prefer to go with an expert. What do you say, Edwin?
Yes, teacher. That's what I did too.
Did you cut your own hair?
I remember. Yes, I cut my hair by myself.
Uh-huh.
I took a pair of scissors and I tried to cut this part of my hair first because I used this hand and I was cutting in the first time, and I cut very short, and I realized that I had some parts really short and others very long. And I was like, oh my God, what I did. And I couldn't do anything. So I said to my sister, hey, you know something, cut my hair, all my hair. And she did it. And I was very
You were
calm.
bald.
Yes, yes. And it was a crazy experience. And I said that I will never do it again.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. The problem is that it's too risky. Like if you mess it up, the only solution is to cut it all, right? And yeah, no, I don't deal with that. I prefer not doing that. Okay. Well, anyways, going back to the book. Did you find by any chance any words that you didn't know before?
Bangs.
Bangs. Okay. To cut my bangs. Do you guys know, or especially ladies, do you know what bangs are?
Yeah, it's a little hair in front of your forehead. It's a shirt in front of your forehead. So, I guess.
All right. So yeah, basically it's this, you know, what she has, like this hairstyle when there's a small portion of your hair on your forehead, right? Which many girls, for some reason, think is a good idea to cut their bangs themselves. Like they just put their head on their face and they just cut it, and then the result is terrible. There's a lot of TikToks and YouTube videos about that. So yeah.
They want to be Dora.
I'm sorry?
They want to be Dora.
Yeah, exactly. Ladies, would you cut your hair, you know, would you cut your bangs yourselves?
Yes, I did.
I did it once.
You did it once, and the result was good or not?
Not too good, not too bad.
Okay. It was regular. Very good. Is there any other new word for you here, guys? No? Okay, so let's pay attention because at this point, we're going to start introducing the grammar of this lesson. So, let's see. Okay, letter C. Please read for us, Mario Ignacio.
Complete B, so it has a similar meaning to A. Use the interviews to help you.
So basically what we want to do is complete the sentences in the letter B so that they pretty much mean the same thing as the letter A, but in different words. So for example, letter A says, I ask my brother to fix things. In letter B, how would you say that? For example, we can check. Let me see, where is it?
I get my brother.
For example, here, look at this part over here. Though I
get a friend to cut my bag.
I get a friend to cut my bangs. Okay. Let's see, what is another phrase like that? For example, here.
I can get fixed.
So will what?
So we have her choose the colors and get her to pick out curtains.
There you go. All right. But to be honest, here, but to be honest,
To be honest, I
I
get
get
my brother to
to
fix.
fix.
okay. And
Sorry,
it cost, sorry?
in the number 3, if there is another one, I can get it fixed.
In the numbers, in this one,
That 3,
this one.
Colombia, from Colombia, Marcus.
Oh, you mean this one? Okay.
Yeah.
All
I can
right.
get it fixed.
Get it fixed. Okay. So based on that, how can we complete the sentences in letter B so that they pretty much mean the same as letter A? Okay. So for example, I asked my brother to fix things. We can say I
get my brother.
I get my brother. What?
To fix.
To fix.
To fix. I get my brother to fix things. Okay. Will ask my sister to choose the colors. Will
Have
my sister
to choose.
to choose. Are you sure?
To pick up.
Yeah.
Without.
Yes. Pick up.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Didn't want to do that. Okay, so you said I get my brother to fix. Okay. And in here we'll have, okay, we'll have my sister what?
To choose.
Okay, what is the example that in the interviews that is very similar to this? Can you identify it?
So we'll have her choose the colors.
We'll have her choose the colors and get her to pick out curtains. We'll have her choose the colors and get her to pick out curtains. Do you notice a difference between those two sentences? I mean, obviously one says have and the other one says get, but besides the obvious difference, do you see any other difference? We'll have her choose the colors. And
With
get
have,
her
we don't use with have, the verb is in the form, in the base form.
Okay, and we don't use
the word to.
Exactly. So based on that, how would you complete this phrase? Will
have my sister choose the colors.
There you go. We'll have my sister choose the colors. Okay. Someone in a salon cuts my hair. So I
get my hair cut.
Okay. So I get
and cut.
What?
Cut.
To cut.
And get cut.
Okay, I get, let's see, what is the one that is similar to that one? Okay, it would be
Very good.
pretty
Yeah.
much
Very cut.
here. I can
Can you get it?
I
Yes,
can
I can get it fixed. Or I can get it cut.
get it fixed, I can get it cut. So in that other case, because that is a different case, what do you notice? Okay, for example, in the phrase, I'll give you the three phrases, all right? I get my brother to fix something, all right? We'll have my sister choose something, okay? I get, let's say, my car repaired. This is just an example that I'm making up. What do you see, or what differences can you see between those sentences? For example, in the number 3, how is that different to number 1 and number 2? Because you told me number 1 and number 2, we can see the difference. We use to with get, we don't use to with have. But what happens with the number 3? Why is it different?
Yes,
The verb
is
past participle.
as positive,
Past
positive,
perfect.
and the other is in present.
Okay,
The
so
one is in present.
past participle, correct. Now, can you tell me why? What other difference would you say there is? Why? Okay, my question is, why is this different to this?
Because don't mention the person who did the action, I think.
What does it mention? Instead of mentioning the person, it mentions what?
And the number 3 is
The
like passive
object.
voice.
It mentions the object. There you go. So in this case, we're not mentioning here who will perform it, but just the object of the sentence. So I get my car repaired, all right, and I get my hair
Cut.
cut. Okay, I get my hair cut, all right, at a good salon. And finally, I had to pay someone to repair the damage. I had to
Get fixed.
I had to what?
Fix the damage.
To have.
To have.
To have
to
what?
have. To have
The damage
repaired.
repaired. There you go, repaired. Okay, so don't worry if this is not 100% clear, because this is just a little introduction. We will study this in a moment, all right? But basically, I want you to understand, what are we doing here, or what are we expressing with this? I mean, valga la redundancia, these expressions, what are we expressing with them? We are saying that we don't do these things ourselves. Instead, we ask someone else to do it for us. Can you see that in these sentences?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Perfect. So we are going to study this in a moment, right? We're gonna go into detail with that. But right now I wanna take the screenshot for today. So please make sure all your cameras are turned on, and give me a second. Please turn on your cameras, please, 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 everybody. Okay, so I'm taking it right now. Give me a second. There it is. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna go with the grammar part of this lesson. Let's see. Okay, so what is the name of the topic we are studying? The name is causative get and have. This is what we call causative verbs, okay? We use causative verbs when we express or when we want to clarify that we are not doing these things ourselves. Instead, we are asking someone else to do it for us, all right? Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Very good. So let's listen to the explanation and then we'll practice.
Page 67. 2. Grammar. Causative get and have. You can use get and have to talk about asking other people to do things for you. When you want to show who you ask, you can use get plus someone plus to plus verb, or have plus someone plus verb.
I get my brother to fix my car. We'll get my sister to choose colors for our house.
My hair looked bad, so I had a hairdresser cut it again.
I didn't pay to have someone repair my dishwasher.
When who you ask is not important, use get or have plus something plus past participle.
I get my car fixed at my uncle's garage.
I always get my hair cut professionally.
We're having a new house built now.
It cost a lot to have the water damage repaired.
There you go. So basically, we have two cases. Case number one, I want to make sure I express who is actually doing the action, like, you know, who I asked for help, all right? So in those cases, I have two different options as well. Option number one is to use get plus the person plus to plus the verb, okay? Or the other option is have plus the person plus verb. Now, is there any difference between using get and using have? Not really, not anything relevant, but you have to remember that if you use get, you must use to. If you use have, you don't need to use to, right? Example, I get my brother to fix my car, all right? So is it possible to say, I have my brother fix my car? Yes, it is possible, and it means pretty much the same thing. But you must remember that when you use get, you have to use to. Is this clear? So for example, the second sentence, we'll get my sister to choose colors for her house, could also mean we'll have her sister choose colors for her house. My hair looked bad, so I had a hairdresser cut it again. Or my hair looked bad, so I got a hairdresser to cut it again. I didn't pay to have someone repair my dishwasher, or I didn't pay to get someone to repair my dishwasher. They pretty much mean the same thing. The only difference is the to. Is that clear?
Yes.
That's pretty much for this part, okay? Now the second part is when we don't want to mention who, you know, performed the action, but just, you know, the object itself. In that case, we can use either get or have plus something plus the verb in past participle. In these cases, to is not necessary because, you know, since the verb is in past participle, it will be incorrect. It will be impossible to use to, right? So I get my car fixed. I get my hair cut. We're having a new house built. It costs a lot to have the water damage repaired. Okay. Does this make sense for you guys? Is this clear?
Teacher, I have a question.
It's clear.
Uh-huh. What is your question?
Well, I have a question there. In the first case, we use just in present and infinitive, or we can use continuous or other verbs or other times.
Are you talking about grammar tenses?
Yes, grammar tenses.
Yeah, look, the grammar tense is not relevant right now. Like, I mean, you can use simple present, simple past, simple future. I mean, that really doesn't have anything to do, right? You are going to obviously conjugate the main verb of your sentence, which in these cases are get or have, right? Those are the verbs that you're going to conjugate based on the grammar tense that you want to use. And we actually, as you can see here, we have an example in the present tense. I get my brother to fix my car. Future tense, will get my sister to choose. Past tense, I have a hairdresser cut, right? So the grammar tense isn't really relevant because at the end of the day, you are going to conjugate your main verb, which is, in this case, either get or have. Does that make sense?
Yes, I heard in some case, I don't know, when you say I got the job done, it's the same.
Okay, so I got the job done. What is that case? Is that case number 1 or case number 2?
I think it's number 2.
Exactly, right? I got in past. You conjugate the verb get. I got my job done. The verb is always in past participle. All right.
Yes, for the reason I was asking that we can do it in present and past and everything, all the tenses.
Absolutely, yes. You can use all the grammar tenses, right? Good.
Okay.
All right. Any other question, guys?
Yes, me, Alex.
Alex.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, in the first part, you said 2 words have the same meaning.
Okay, could you please allow me just 1 second? Give me a moment.
Okay.
Hey guys, sorry for the interruption. Okay. Excuse me, Alex. Can you please repeat your question?
No problem. You said this verb have the same meaning, and I thought they had a little different because have you can use when give someone else the responsibility to do something, and get is for convince or persuade.
Persuade. Yeah, you're. I mean,
or encourage.
Yes,
something
you're
to
right.
do something.
Absolutely, yes, you are right. There are differences if we want to, like, you know, look very deep into this. There are differences when it comes to get and have. As you said, like, get is like when there's a little bit more persuasion, right? For example. But at the end of the day, in this is why I told you, like, the differences honestly are not like super relevant.
Right.
If you tell me, for example, what, I got my brother to fix my car, or I have my brother fix my car, the difference, like, you know, it's not really that relevant. Like, we can understand what it means, right? However, yes, there are small differences, right? But in my personal opinion and experience, I can tell you they're not really that relevant. Like, they are not really something that we need to stress over, or we need to, you know, pay that much attention to, because at the end of the day, they kind of mean the same, right?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you something, because I want to see if you can give me some examples. Can you tell me, guys, using any of these structures that we practiced, can you tell me what are some things that you don't do yourselves and that you know, have someone else doing? I mean, have someone else do for you?
Take off your teeth.
Okay, but can you tell me a complete example using these structures?
Well, I go to the doctor to take off my teeth because I'm not able to do it by myself.
All right, but did you use the structure?
Sorry.
Okay, can you tell me the sentence again using this structure? So basically, aprovechando el ejemplo de Mario, of course we can say this in a different way, right? Like, we literally saw it in the example before. I will ask my brother to fix my car. That's possible. But if you want, and if you want to sound actually more natural, because it's a very natural thing to do, I recommend you to use the causative verbs. I will get my brother to fix my car, right? So I can say, for example, I go to the doctor to or I ask the doctor to check my blood pressure, right? Because I can do it myself. Okay, good. I ask the doctor to check my blood pressure. Nice. But I can also say with a causative verb, I get my blood pressure checked. All right. Every now and then, for example. Okay. So basically, I know you can say it in two different ways. And you can say, oh, that one is easy. But, you know, why am I going to bother using the other one? I know. But right now, because of practicing, I want you to do it. And I want you to use causative verbs. So tell me.
For example, I get my husband to fill my car.
I get my husband to?
Fill my car full of gasoline. No.
You mean to feed?
Yes, because
oh no, wait.
I don't like to go to the gas station.
Ah, okay, I get it. All right, so I get my husband to wait, but what is that verb? I would say to
fuel.
To what?
Fuel.
fill?
Fuel.
To fill the tank.
Yeah, to fill. I would say
fill
fill.
the tank.
Fill my
Fill the
tank.
tank.
Fill the tank. Fill the car tank or just tank.
The tank of my car. You can say that.
Okay.
So one more
Okay.
time, can you say it again?
I get my husband to fill my tank of the car because I don't like to go to the gas station.
Okay, all right. To fill the tank, okay. I thought you were saying cat. That's why I was like, feed the cat.
Yeah, I get it. Okay.
All right. Okay, another example.
For example, I can say, I got my sister to cook my dinner.
Okay, I got my sister to cook my dinner. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Teacher, and I have a question I couldn't ask you before because I got lost. So it's correct to say, I want you to clean my room, for example, instead of saying get or have.
No, I mean that I want you to clean my room. That is basically, you know, a normal sentence, right? It's not really a want is not a causative verb, right? Because when you say I want you to clean my room, that person is not really doing it, right?
Okay.
Like the person is not really doing it. You're just saying that you have the intention of asking them or whatever, right? But the person is not really doing it yet, right? So you could say, for example, like, I will have you clean my room, for example, which sounds a little strange, like you are, I don't know, forcing someone to do it, but yeah.
Okay.
But not want. Want is not a causative verb. Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
All right. Any other example, guys?
Can I say, sorry to go. Can I say, I always get my sister to make birthday cake for my kids?
Okay, I always
get my sister to make birthday cake for my kids.
All right, I always get my sister to make birthday cakes for my kids' parties. Okay, perfect. Yes, that's a good one. Another example. Okay, Mario Cesar, we didn't get to hear your example at the end. Did you correct it?
Okay, let me see. I get my doctor to fix my, or I don't know how to say, clean my mouth, or I don't know how to say.
I get my doctor to what?
To check my teeth or clean my. When you go to the doctor to the dentist to
to what? To I don't know what you're trying to say, honestly.
Yeah, it's like when you go to a dentist to, you have an appointment and they find out that you need this, and or surgery. Okay,
to check my teeth, for example.
Yes, to check my teeth.
All right, yeah, you can say I'll get the doctor to check my teeth, right? Or I think it would be better to say I'll have my teeth checked, right?
Okay,
I'll have
better.
my teeth checked, for example. All right.
Yes, it's better this way.
All right, very good.
Me?
So, yes, Alex?
A few days ago, my washing machine broke down, and I looked on the internet about how to do a checkout to find out what's wrong. Okay. But I had not succeeded, so I have I had to have a washing machine repairman, but he got sick and he hasn't come yet.
Ah, okay. So you will have a technician check your washing machine.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, you can say it like that, right? I'll have a technician check on that.
I haven't checked.
Correct. Okay. So basically that's the point. Whenever we are talking about not doing things ourselves, but actually asking someone else to do it for us, we can use get and have as causative verbs. All right. So you know what? My car broke down, so I'll get the mechanic to take a look at it, right? Or I'll have my car fixed tomorrow, right? You know, basically it doesn't matter how you say it. Well, actually it does matter how you say it, right? Because we just learned the rules. But the point is, there are many options, right? How you can express something depending on what you want to say. So to continue practicing with this, we actually have an exercise just to make sure that we understood. So exercise A, could you please read for us, Gabriela?
Circle the correct options and write your own answers to the questions. Then ask and answer the question with a partner.
All right. So basically, as you can see in each sentence, there are two options, right? So let's check the first one. Do you usually get your hair cut or to cut professionally? How often do you get it cut? So the correct option in this case is, do you usually get your hair cut professional? All right. And then we have the answer. I always get my hair cut professionally. I usually do this, and that. So basically, what are you going to do? In groups, you are going to decide which is the best way to complete the sentence or the question in this case. And after you have the correct question, I also want you to take a moment to discuss the question, to create, like, you know, a short conversation about this. Is this clear?
It's very clear.
Perfect. So I'm going to send the exercise on WhatsApp so that you guys can start working on it, right? And there you go. It's already on the WhatsApp group. I'm going to make small groups and I'm going to let you work on that. I'll give you around 10 minutes or a little longer, perhaps. Remember, I want you to complete the sentence, but not only that, I want you to discuss and I want you to speak. All right, like having short conversations. Take advantage of this time for practicing. So let me create the groups and I'll send you in 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, Petronila and Gladys, are you there?
Do that.
Well, who's gonna share the screen, or you want me to do it?
Please.
Okay, give me a second, please.
Okay.
Okay, tell me if you can see the screen, please.
Yes, I can see it.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Well, the instructions says circle the correct options and write your own answers to the questions. Ask and answer the questions with a partner. Okay. Number one says, do you usually your hair cut professionally? How often do you get it cut? Please get my cut professionally. What do you answer?
Like what? Twice in a year?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And you, Diego?
Sorry. In the number 2.
One.
How
Number
often do you get your hair cut?
Sorry, I can hear you very well. I have a little noise here. But in my opinion, where do you get it?
Where do you get fix it? You get it
Fix
fixed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fixed.
Fix. Yes. Number 3. Number 4 is flat tire. Would you get someone get change or change? If you have a flat tire,
Change?
what?
To change?
To change? Yeah.
Okay.
And number 5, do you ever take clothes to the dry cleaners? It is expensive to get things to
Clean.
Clean. Clean.
Yeah. Clean.
Clean. Do you iron your own clothes? Do you ever get someone iron or to iron things for you? To iron.
To iron.
Yeah. To iron.
By the way, I bought a pair of pants from my dad, when I was a younger. To iron things for you. And the next?
It says, do you ever fix around things around the house, or do you have small jobs done by a professional? Done.
Done, right?
Yeah. Done. Well, now we will answer the question about all experiences.
Yeah, well,
So let me see. In the second question, do you ever got a friend cut your hair? How did it turn out?
of your hair, how did it turn out? Have you ever?
It's no, never.
Yeah, once, but that didn't very well. So
Yeah,
I have to fix it later. Salon.
I can imagine.
Yeah, in my case, only when I was young.
Really?
Yeah, and in this edge of my life, I think for anything in the world, I sorry. For anything in the world, I not allow have two friends to cut my hair.
Not anymore.
No anymore. Yes.
I got it. Okay. What about number 3? Do you have bicycle, motorcycle, or car? Where do you get it fixed?
Well, I have a bicycle and a car, and I take them to the. I forgot how to say mechanic.
Yeah, mechanic.
Yeah.
Okay. The cars of my husband is something wrong. He get to mechanic fix it always.
In my case, I can ahorrar. I don't remember.
What word?
In that because I ni bicicleta ni carro.
Don't have a fast bicycle. Do you ever take cloth to the dry cleaner? Is it expensive to get things
Clean.
It's correct.
Yes, it's correct.
Okay, it's possible. Do you iron your clothes?
Your own clothes. Do you ever get someone's iron?
Iron or to iron? The thing is, in this case, in the grammar, don't have a question.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But
why
I think that
I'm not sure.
And I think that we have to use the two because in the structure is used to.
In this case.
Yes, I think it's
Number
two iron.
Okay.
Again.
Careful. Sorry. Oh.
Do you ever fix things around the house, or do you have small jobs? Don't. I think it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, by a professional. And is the structure of possible.
Yeah.
Okay. We need to send a picture. No. Not really.
And he said that we were going to send the screenshot on the WhatsApp group.
No, I don't think so. If you want, you take a screenshot.
Okay.
We are free. Take a snap. Take a snap.
Yes, that was the only thing we were going to do.
And food again. I don't know. Or maybe cut the grass in my yard.
Okay. I don't have grass, sorry, my yard. I don't need to.
Okay. Then I have a small job done by my.
So don't you pay a professional?
Maybe. I don't know.
Or maybe for serious problem.
Yeah. I get up the roof. Don't know. I get someone to fix my roof, maybe.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, would be, and in my case, get my father fix things from my house, because like I said, you don't have grass in my yard, and we have a small house, and we don't know a professional to fix things.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
Excuse me.
No problem.
I think I finished. We finished.
Let me see. Yeah, we finished. Number 7 was the last. If you want, you can stop your screen.
Okay.
Okay, welcome back, guys. We're going to check the answers just to make sure we have them all right before we finish the class. Did you finish with all of the questions? Yeah? All right. Let's begin with Christia. Can you please read sentence number 2 with the correct answer?
Okay. Have you, give me a second. Have you ever had a friend cut your hair? How did it turn out?
Okay, do you guys agree? Is this the correct answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Fatima, number 3.
Do you have a bicycle, motorcycle, or car? Where do you get it fixed?
All right, fixed. Perfect. Okay, good. Edwin, number 4.
If you had a flat tire, would you get someone to change it for you or do it yourself?
All right, get someone to change it. Number 5, Hugo.
Do you ever take clothes to the dry cleaner? Is it expensive to get things cleaned?
To get things cleaned. All right.
To get things clean.
Perfect. Gladys, number 6.
Do you iron your own clothes? Do you ever get someone to iron things for you?
Okay, get someone to iron. And number 7, Xiomara. You are muted.
Sorry. Do you ever fix things around the house, or do you have a small jobs done by a professional?
Okay, there you go. Done by a professional. There you go. Good job. You got it. So this is the grammar behind this, this topic, all right? Causative verbs, remember, have and get, right? In all the different variations that we discussed before. Do you guys have any questions about this, this topic?
I have no question, but in the case of the number 2 sentence, I feel a little confused. Because we are using have, and not get.
Okay, so the reason why we are not using get is because in here it says caught. It doesn't say to caught. For example, if the exercise said to cut, then the answer would be got. Have you ever got a friend to cut your hair, right? But because it doesn't say to cut, it simply says cut. So we use had. Have you ever had a friend cut your hair? Remember that when you use get and then a person, the verb has to be in the infinitive form with to. Get someone to do something. But when you use have and then a person, you don't need to have someone do something.
Okay, I got it.
All right. Any other question, guys?
Well, about this causative verbs, I have found more. So, by the way, I have found some examples in future and other tenses. So pretty much is the same. So also I have found a good site to practice from the Oxford University.
Perfect. So if you could share it. Yes, if you could share it, please, in the WhatsApp group, that would be great. All right, you guys, we're gonna stop here with today's class, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to practice. Don't forget to, constantly be practicing with your friends, with your classmates and everything. And also don't forget to start working on your workbook now that we have a lot of time, all right? Don't leave it, for the last moment. Okay. So thank you guys for joining me today, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.